What on earth is going on with virtual reality right now? It seems that every single place you look online, people are telling you many conflicting stories about virtual reality, and I'm getting sick of it. Mainly because it seems everybody is correct in some sort of way. Some people are saying VR is cooked, other people are saying this could be the biggest year in virtual reality, and some people are saying it's going to take years until virtual reality reaches a mainstream point. So this is going to be a video based on where virtual reality is right now, where virtual reality is going, and my own personal opinion on virtual reality. Hi guys, it's Cammy, let's get right into the video. First of all, let's start off with the fact that the Quest 3 has been released for nearly a year now, and yet we have seen barely any exclusive games for it. Personally, for me, that's a good thing, because I don't have a Quest 3 on me right now. I use the Quest Pro, but I also do have a Quest 3 that I do want to play some exclusive games on, which I can't. I'm not saying there's none whatsoever. There are quite a few exclusive games on there, such as Asgard's Wrath 2, and there are quite a lot of up-and-coming games coming out for the Quest 3 only, such as Hitman, Alien, and the Batman game. But at this point of time, the only difference between the Quest 2 and the Quest 3 games is the graphical upgrades. Now that, paired with the mixed reality aspect that has been definitely underutilized, is that worth the $500 asking price of the Quest 3? No, of course it isn't. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy a PS5 if there was only 3 or 4 exclusive games that were available right now, because that would just mean I could keep hold of a PS4 and get the same results for a heck of a lot cheaper. And that is basically what the Quest 2 is doing. It is the PS4 that has all the games that the PS5 has, except the PS5 does have exclusives. The Quest 3 doesn't. The Quest 3 is also more expensive. But that alone isn't really enough to say that VR is absolutely done for. But wait, we're not even done yet. There have been VR companies that have been laying off staff like it's going out of fashion. For example, VR Chat has released 30% of their staff. Studios have been going bust for a while now, and Meta have even discontinued some popular titles. Why have they done that? I don't fucking know. But something I've learned recently is the fact that the top games that you see on the Quest store, some of them aren't even like breaking even. Some of them are actually costing them money, despite the fact that they are raking in millions in revenue. I mean, think of it, some of the levels of quality that these games have are like incredible, but having to sell them on the Quest store for £20 to £30 or dollars? To a customer base of around 20 million people, if you have 1 million people buying your game, at most your revenue is still going to be about 20 to 30 million. Learning this, it's quite easy to see how companies are going bust in this space. They're relying on their game to be a massive hit with the amount of money they're putting into it, and if they don't see any return on that, then they might as well just make a flat screen game which will cost a lot less. And this is even coming off the back of releases such as Contractor Showdown, Veil VR, some really good VR games, which I have no doubt are raking in a lot of revenue. But there's also a lot of other really good games that aren't raking in enough. Combine that with a lack of AAA development and you've got a recipe for disaster. So yeah, I can see how VR is a little bit cooked. However, here is why I think VR is in an absolutely amazing position for the end of this year. Starting off, let's go over the headset that I've been beating like a dead horse on this channel, the Quest 3S, or the Quest 3 Lite. This is a headset that is going to allow VR players to have Quest 3 graphics, Quest 3 games, all for the price of a Quest 2. And actually a little bit less if you go for the 64GB version, which is $199. Literally the only caveat about this headset is that it is going to lack some of the mixed reality features, as well as it is going to use Fresnel lenses, which was the lenses used on the Quest 2, not the pancake lenses that was used on the Quest Pro and the Quest 3. If you want more information on this headset, I've got plenty of videos covering it that I highly recommend that you watch. But anyway, what this actually means is that games can be made without actually having to consider how they are going to get the game onto a Quest 2. Meaning there are going to be a lot more games out there that look a heck of a lot better than the games we have now, and the games that we have now don't look half bad themselves. This all applies to standalone VR because PC VR is so much better. Also with Meta and the whole Quest environment, we are getting updates that are making it a heck of a lot better to use. But basically what we're getting is what they promised in the reveal trailers about a year ago. Yeah, do you remember the advertising campaign for the Quest 3? Yeah, me neither. But if you go back and watch those videos, you'll see a heck of a lot of features that you can't actually do on the headset, so Meta were basically misleading consumers, which left a very bad taste in consumers' mouth, as per usual with Meta. However, this is the positive part of the video, so let's just go into the fact that they are bringing out these updates where we get more and more features, where it is making it more and more like the announcement videos. For example, the past few updates have integrated the web browser a heck of a lot better than it was previously, and because of that they're getting rid of apps such as Netflix in favour of the web browser. Now, is this a good move? Yes, it really is. It's like an amazing move and possibly one of the best moves they could have done. All in their quest, see what I did there? to beat the Apple Vision Pro at its own game. And while even I know they are nowhere near to doing that yet, they are taking steps into the right direction. So give it a year or two and we might have a headset for £500 that works just like the £3,500 Vision Pro, but can also play games as well. All in all, there is only so much that we can actually say about the state of VR right now, instead of trying to predict the end of the year. Like, we can't predict the future, but the way it's looking, it is looking pretty decent. And if Meta do end up playing their cards right, which, I mean, I don't see how they can't, the end of this year could see a massive resurgence in the interest of virtual reality. Also, Meta, just make a freaking game already. You've got Half-Life Alyx, that's been out for years. Valve are doing it, why aren't you doing it? Horizon Worlds doesn't count either, that's a social app, not a game. And if you want to classify it as a game, that's got users making a game on it. That is not a meta game. Sorry, yeah, that's been on my tits for a while, that has. But yeah, I feel like in this current time, virtual reality is in a rainstorm and the sunshine is just over the horizon. That's if Meta don't do what they do best and fuck up a really good thing. Which I don't think they will. So if you enjoyed today's video, it'd be highly appreciated if you were to leave a like. Also check out some of my other videos, I guarantee you will love them. Thank you so much for watching, I'll see you next time.